Welcome to today's broadcast. Kakra continues his powerful message titled In Everything Give Thanks, called from 1 Thessalonians 5 verses 18 to 24. Today he continues. Let's join in.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 is our key scripture. When Paul wrote this letter to the church of Thessalonica, he said, in everything, give thanks. Now, when you read the letter, you realize that there were two problems that the church was facing. One of them was the church was in difficult times. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 2, Paul said, and we sent to you Timothy, our brother, minister, and fellow laborer, to establish you and to comfort you. Verse 3, that no man should be moved by these afflictions. So it's like you hear me making the call to somebody, and I said, Kwame, are you there? I said, listen, the problems that you are going through, don't be moved. The difficulties that you are going through, don't be moved. You are just hearing one part of the conversation. That was the first issue. This church was under great pressure and persecution. So Paul wrote this letter to encourage them and to strengthen them. And as I'm preaching to you now, some of us are going through difficult times. There are people who have lost their jobs. There are people whose family members are dead. There are people that financially they are finding it difficult to survive. So Paul told them that, listen, don't be moved. Push your neighbor, say, don't be moved. The second thing that was happening was that somebody had died in the church. And Paul realized that after the person died, people were no longer praising God, thanking God. They were no longer grateful because the death had shaken the church. There are some people in church when they die, even you, the pastor, you get depressed. So in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 13, let's look at the second reason why he told them this thing. First reason was that they were going through problems, maybe jobs, whatever, and he said that no man be moved by these affliction. That's 1 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 3. Then in chapter 4 verse 13, he states the second reason. I will not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that you sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. Some people had died in the church. He didn't mention their names. But obviously there must have been some important people. But when they died, it affected the whole church. And people even lost hope in God. Discouragement. One day I met a man, a white guy. He told me I'm an atheist. I used to be a Christian. He said, when my mother died, I said to myself, what is the use of serving God? So from that day, I became an atheist. When such a thing happens, some people even backslide. So the whole church had been affected. Two things has happened in the church. Number one, I told you there were problems, afflictions. He doesn't mention what it was, but there were afflictions, problems. Maybe marital problems, maybe financial problems, maybe health problems. But all these things, they suck your praise. They suck your thanksgiving. The second problem was death. So many people had died. And it was like, what's the point in serving God? So, in this letter, Paul also decided to address the mood of the church. That's why in verse 18 he wrote, in everything give thanks. In times of difficulty, in times of affliction, When your friend has betrayed you, when you are facing a marital problem, he said, give thanks. And number 2, he said, when somebody dies, even in death, still let us give thanks.
Thank you for joining us. Today we learned that when we're experiencing difficulties, we must also thank God. Join us again tomorrow for the continuation of this message. Before we go, here's a praise report to boost your faith. I have received my appointment letter. Dear Kakra, I've received my appointment letter and my medicals have been scheduled per the appointment. I'll start work soon by grace. I'm so happy and thank you for the prayers. Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you. Have you ever experienced periods in your life when you felt tired and disillusioned about the very things that used to excite you? It could be a marriage, a job, or your relationship with God. The daily grind of life can sap energy from your soul, mind, and emotions, leaving you depleted. Anything that expends energy needs to be recharged. Recharge your life with this exciting book by Kakrabaden, Energy Drink. It will keep you fired up to face each day with faith, hope, and love. You can order this book through the following means. Place your order on Facebook by posting Order Energy Drink in the comment section or message window. This book is also available as an ebook on Amazon Kindle or Kobo.com. We also deliver worldwide.